I'm Ruthie, she, they, and I play Sentinel, she, they.
I'm Will, he, him, and I play Moxie, she, her.
I'm Imi, she, her, and I play Ahmaya, also she, her.
I'm Steve, he, him. I play Ora, he, him.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I play Freya, she, her.
Hi, I'm Mike, he, him, and I'm playing Eugene Ballantyne, he, him.
I'm Charlie, he, him, and I'm your DM. Okay, guys. So, quick recap on where we've come so far. So, drafting yourselves into the Glass Desert, our heroes have had an unexpected journey. Not into the deep sands, but their gruff captain sent them into the Cragmore, where they had little luck seeking out treasures. You then found evidence of a strange infection in the husks, the once great Salnari people. This infection began by them digging too deep into an ancient ruin and uncovering a fragment of magic corrupted by its time sealed away. After an ancient woman in the care of a small settlement of desert tieflings told you of the Gnarl that infects the husks.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
The blue strikes back.
It wasn't a blue, red, it's so sorry.
After an ancient woman in the care of a small settlement of desert tieflings told you that the Gnarl that infects the husks has faded away, she then pointed you to the first of the places that you're searching for, the Molten Tower she called the Nunlakium. After resting and defeating an injured sand hulk and some Khazals that attacked it, Eskil took your advice and offered Jakob and Korg the chance to set out on their own, along with 6 others. They left, taking a big chunk of your rations and some of Eskil's scrolls of create food and water with them. You then set off on your own with the further help from Captain Eskil's slightly dodgy compass, and you soon found the Nunlakium. You entered, quickly figuring out the silence puzzle that sealed the door, and you entered a deathly quiet corridor. Moxie identifying the stone that powered the enchantment as a coil shard, a fragment from a coilstone. You dropped down onto a balcony of stone that looked out over to a huge open space, a bit like the top of a sand timer made from the molten glass of this grand building, and at the bottom it was filled with sand with a bell hanging above this pit. You travelled down the pathway that spiralled downward, noticing messages scrawled, and eventually you found a ledge hidden above a demonic face carved into the wall. A rope had been cut. You ascended, dropped a new rope down, and finally you awoke the mutated husks. They scrambled up from the base, leaping over the pits, and finally Eskil struggled to climb up, his hands shaking. A husk flew by, just missing him, and then you managed to pull him up in time. Now you stand on what looks like... Oh no, you did go in, didn't you guys? Yeah. You stood on what looked like a porch of a house, a wooden door, in remarkably good condition, except for one sort of big graze and a dent. In the centre of which there was a stained glass depicting the Prophet, similar to a few depictions you've seen before. And then through that door is what appears to be a corridor from a house. The floor with wooden boards, a rug has been weaved from some desert grasses, and above you, a wooden chandelier swings lightless. And it's dark, except for a very faint mauve light that streams in through the sort of messy gap of a broken door ahead of you that stands ajar.
Can we hear anything?
Roll a perception check. Anyone else?
Everyone's not here now.
Well, I mean, are you trying?
Quickly roll before he says.
I'm so passive.
I'm using my passive.
Technically, your passive acts as a baseline. So any roll that you have, technically, unless you're distracted. Anyway, what did you guys get?
17.
11.
I'm passively perceiving so that I could have an 11.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, no, I don't hear dick. So
You don't hit dick.
Don't hear them.
Wait, what are we doing?
Perception.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to let
18.
everyone roll. Okay. Anyone that really intently listens, all you sort of hear is maybe... no, all you can hear is the roaring of the husks behind you.
I suppose they're still around.
We shut the
They are-
door, right?
The hallway that you're in is just like, you walked in through the front door, there's a hallway, there's a chandelier,
Did
there's
we
a door.
shut the front door?
You didn't, I don't think.
Is there any way
Someone
to
shut the
like...
front door.
Yeah, can we bar
Can they
it?
make it up? Are they making it up?
They
You can have a
tried.
look.
They were trying.
Can I have a quick peek?
Yeah, so you,
Before
you
or after
move,
I've shut the door on you.
Before, please.
That's one more out of the way.
yeah,
Dealt
so
with.
you quickly peek back through the door. You can see them, you actually can't see them, you can just hear them below swarming and scrabbling at the wall.
Oh god, it's like that scene in yeah.
In
that
literally
Yeah,
any
it is.
zombie film.
Yeah, they are piling on top of each other,
one. Is there
you
anything we
imagine.
can throw in front of the door to like bar it?
Yeah, can we bar the door?
If there's any, like,
I really hope there's a way
anything
out.
on, like, the door and, like, a handle at the side or something to,
You-
like, put my crowbar through and just...
There is a handle. The door is a bit damaged, so it's basically they've been smashed open. So where the latch is has been ripped out of the door frame. The walls themselves are carved rock. So even though there's floorboards, the walls are still this carved rock. You could
There's no
sort
way
of do
to
an investigation check, see if there's anything you
Yeah,
can...
is there any furniture or anything that we can...
We could just move.
I can say you don't have to roll for that. In this hallway, there's nothing except a rug, a chandelier, and some sand.
Oh, yes, the sand.
Their doors, rooms.
17 on the investigation.
There are no other doors except the one ahead of you that's ajar.
No, it's a door.
Nice.
Anti-inspiration.
You got a 17 on your investigation.
Yeah.
As you check out the door, the hinges are intact. Like I said, it's in really good condition. The latch has been blown out completely. You think that if you could dig some of the wall out and then like wedge your crowbar against it, you might take sort of 10 minutes though, and you would make some
Does
noise.
the next one look... Does it look in better nick as well? The next door?
The next one looks, in decent nick, but it is also a bit busted.
I get a very strong feeling that Charlie wants us to go through the next door.
Well, I mean, otherwise we're just going to stay.
Yeah, should we just bed down in here?
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Through the next door.
How are you guys
Right,
doing? Are
guys.
you just waltzing through?
One foot in front of the other.
Stealthy, quick.
Stealthy and
Yeah.
looking for traps, please.
Okay, so everyone's stealthing, right? So
Yes.
everyone rolls stealth checks. Disadvantage for Ora.
Natural 20!
Nice.
For a 21, please.
Very nice.
And thank you very much.
Fucking hell. Rolling garbage today. 11.
Yeah, 11 as well.
So we've got 21 to 11s.
21 for me as well.
17.
Nice.
3.
Oh.
21's in there, it's fine.
Oh yeah, don't forget about my boy.
Don't forget about your son.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also
My son.
would have taken this time to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay,
as well,
cool.
So with that for 8 hours.
Yeah, so that similar. It's like that flame that goes over
Yes.
when you. What is it called when you burn the fluff off of like a cotton t-shirt or something?
Burning.
But yeah, but you're not wrong.
Lint fire sort of washes over Moxie. Okay, he did all right actually.
That would be very isn't lint super flammable?
That's what I'm thinking, like the whole top's just going to go up in flames.
Moxie just explodes.
No, just like that line of fire, like marking that there's a new.
He doesn't do this sort of thing at home, right?
Okay, he got a 19.
Oh, my boy.
So he's actually going to make the difference. Okay, so everyone seems okay. Sentinel and Moxie a little distracted. Ora, in walking forward though, you're completely intent on the task at hand, quiet, moving towards this light ahead. And like I said, the walls are made of rock and a little bit sticking out, and it just clonks on your shoulder plate. But Eskil turns around, halts you just before you're about to make any more noise, and each of you listen. No noise, except for the husks going nuts.
Does it,
You're checking traps, right?
yes.
What were you going to ask me? Sorry,
I was going to ask you if it looks like, is it a bit more dusty? Does it look like anyone's passed through here recently?
Roll an investigation check. And this can be for your traps as well. I guess.
Yes. Yes.
Very
Nice.
nice. Okay, it is dusty. There is a layer of dust in here. very fine. It's just a settling of maybe things that have fallen from the wall over a period of time. You're making footprints in the rug. In terms of traps, you look ahead. You got what was that?
22.
Okay. As you approach the door silently, you can see. Oh, thank you. You can see a tripwire across the bottom of the door that has already been triggered.
Nice.
It is snapped, and the wire lays on the floor.
How old does that look?
I pointed out to people.
You roll an investigation check. Actually, no. Investigation check. And everyone.
Can I sort of see where it, what it's triggering?
Sure. What did you get, Ahmaya?
That's gonna be a 3. So I know nothing.
Okay. It's easy enough to tell though it's covered in dust, the same as everything else, where the wire is laying. And yeah, Freya, you follow the line of the wire up the door frame. It's hidden in the crack where the wood has been installed against the rock, and it goes up into a little hole at the top of the door frame that seems to be going through into the other room, but it's hanging slack.
Should we go in? The door's ajar, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one want to take up. I will take a peeky peek.
I'm gonna draw.
Yeah.
I'll do the same, but I'm gonna draw my sword just to be on the safe side.
So who's going in first? You two?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll light up my sword just for a bit.
I'll be up
extra.
behind them ready to.
That's 30 foot of how much of bright light?
30 foot bright and 30 foot dim beyond that.
Okay. So that absolutely illuminates the hallway.
I'm up behind them ready to either push them out the way or like
Cool.
drag
Push
back.
it into them.
Yeah, but if like a thing's coming this way, I'm like.
I'll just hit it back in case of husks.
Okay, and Eugene?
He's just looking around.
Okay, cool.
You guys have got it.
In the middle?
Just one in the middle.
In the middle, cool. Okay, so Ahmaya and Freya.
Moxie was also there.
I thought you said you were both sort of in the back.
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking together. My apologies. Whereabouts are you not, Moxie?
I'll be safe in the middle.
In the middle with Eugene.
Also, I didn't say I was in the back.
Oh, I thought you said you were ready to pull these guys
Yeah,
back.
right behind
Okay,
there.
cool. No worries. So you two, it's only a doorway for one person anyway. So you sort of edge in together.
I want to peek around first.
Yeah. Okay.
Into the room.
It's you catch that purple light, and immediately you're drawn to a skylight that is built out of normal looking glass. There's some sand on the top, and it is the moonlight of Geish. It is nighttime. You've been in here a while now. What do you in first? You check it out. It looks like a dining room. In the centre of which is a large, strange-looking cloth-covered mass that has pushed a lot of the furniture aside, and has a pole sticking out of it from the centre. There is the stained glass skylight is partially covered with sand. You can see brown roots of bone from the bottom of this mound of cloth with a spear sticking out of it.
Juice.
But the room is circular, about 50 feet wide, maybe a bit more than that. And it doesn't take much to deduce that the furniture was knocked about by this thing. What do you guys do? There is a bookcase. There is a little cabinet with some bottles in it.
I'm gonna go over to the cabinet with the bottles.
Okay.
I'd like to see if there's anything edible.
Okay. How are you moving? Are you moving stealth?
Stealthily, quietly.
Okay. Anyone moving into the room? Roll another stealth check. You've opened the door.
Is it safe
Can I
to come
see
in that
what
room?
what the tray,
Dunno.
the trap triggers? Was
Yes. So you immediately look up to where that wire went through the door then, and you can see the wire coming through the other side, up above the wall, above the door in this side of the room, and there's a mechanism at the top which was once holding a spear, and it's like a small catapult that's spring-loaded, and it's now leaning forward, and it is inert. It's been fired.
Okay.
I rolled in
We know where the spear is.
Yes. It's in the body on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
are you guys whispering?
Yes.
Oh, the sakes of the microphone.
That was out of character.
You
Anyway.
rolled stealth and then started talking, so you're like, that was a 19 on stealth, yeah?
Yes, and then I said, the spear is in the body on the floor.
Okay. Anyone else who's medium?
14.
7.
Got 15.
19.
12.
Okay.
A skill.
You got a what?
Everyone just rushes in.
You got a 7.
How long is it?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
You got a 4.
Oh.
We just get stuck in the doorway.
Oh god.
So he was at the rear with Ora, and he's just not with it, and he knocks the door for him as he walks in. And in that moment, you sort of all freeze. You hear a sort of faint splitting sound like wood, sort of cracking, like the branch of a tree
where?
breaking from the mound, covered in cloth.
Oh.
Take a
Can
few steps back.
how close are we to it?
It's in the center of the room, so
Okay, so I would like to. Is this stupid? Is this really stupid?
Hell no.
It's probably not as
anyway.
stupid as what I'm considering doing.
I want to use thaumaturgy to, or thaumaturgy, or whatever you want to fucking call it. Don't at me.
Thaumaturgy, what?
Some people I know
Thaumaturgy, I'll call it, yeah.
thaumaturgy. It's weird. Thaumaturgy to at least like blow off, or at least blow up, so we can see underneath the things on top of the map.
Okay, and in that moment, quickly, what is everyone else doing? Are you watching?
I'm pulling the hand axe out.
Okay.
Well, I've gone towards the bottles.
So you're at the drinks cabinet.
I've taken a step back.
If
Okay.
it moved, how far away would I be from it?
We'd probably be about 25 feet.
You're about 20 feet. If you've stepped in the room, you're about 25 feet. We'll call it.
Okay.
Moxie, what are you doing?
Freeze.
I'll just hold to throw.
Okay, hold it to throw. On what trigger?
That it makes an aggressive movement towards someone.
Freya?
I mean, I was looking at the mechanism, but after that, I probably would have been moving towards the body.
Okay. As you... sorry, what did you say you were doing, Sentinel?
Moving the
You're moving the
to
cloth.
see if it itself is moving.
That happens
or
at
if it's
roughly the
alive.
same time. As you move the cloth, there's a sort of almost silent, and the cloth lifts slightly. You see 2 just grossly mutated feet covered in bone roots, like the soles of the feet, where it's like on its knees. And you see this as well. You also see that the bone roots seem to have grown up the shaft of the spear, and they've started growing into it. And there is a sort of crack in the metal of this iron spear.
I don't understand how this thing is lying. If you can see its knees.
It's not. It's in a like a mound. So it's like
okay.
it's like leaning over.
Is it moving?
It is now, yeah.
Is the spear like pinning it to the table?
Pinning it to the floor in front of the
floor,
table.
yeah.
Okay, the fabric is like shifting off this thing now. It's like moving.
Okay.
It starts standing up. It's the spear snaps, lands onto the floor. It stands fully. It stands up. It's about 7 foot tall.
There goes the hand axe.
Okay, roll initiative.
Does the hand axe?
I was waiting for someone
Does the
to
hand
do
axe
it.
go off before?
It hasn't moved, but I can give you that if you want. So roll an attack at the top of the round.
What did I do wrong?
Okay, right.
Yeah, obviously.
20 to 25.
Wait, we haven't rolled initiative yet, have we?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, roll initiative, please.
I was going to roll my dice for the sake, for editing's sake, but I'm going to keep my first one.
Yeah, I'll do
I'm
that
gonna keep mine
first.
because it was.
I mean, this is better, but I'll keep the original.
I mean, I'll see what this is. Yeah, now I'm keeping
Wait, so
my
I'm
original.
confused because I thought Matt said that we could roll.
Yeah, roll initiative.
Yeah, he said it before he got.
Now I'm confused. Are we redoing it or not?
No. You rolled.
Yay!
Oh, I see.
Yeah, okay, it was the 3 then.
Okay, so 20 to 25. Okay. Oh, don't forget about my boy. That's cocked. Okay. 15 to 20.
19.
16.
17.
Sorry.
Did you say noise?
Did you say 17?
16.
I got 17.
Get out my sword.
Cool. And we've also got our boy Eskiel on 16 as well.
Me and my future husband, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, 10, 15.
At some point during.
Yeesh.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's really good or really bad. Also, while we were stealthing, I would have absolutely been pointed at you and pointed at a scale. Like,
5 to 10.
We got
5.
5.
5 through!
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. I didn't realize where to go from. I thought just that 5. Wow.
If you wanted that
We
up,
have
you
it
just
on
had
film.
to say. God damn it!
Lucas.
What did I miss?
I mean, fair play for going all in on the high five.
Yeah, I thought we did an air 5. I didn't realize you go.
Oh my god, what did you get?
3.
I was doing it.
he didn't even write me down.
Battles.
He was like, yeah, cool, that's everyone. I was like,
No one's done that bad.
Do we need a map for this if it's all like tight?
We're doing it.
Oh, he's already done it. Okay, fine.
Oh, that
I
makes
didn't know
sense.
if you were already. Oh, there's a second one.
There's just so many of you guys, it's easier to have a map.
I went upstairs and he was doing this on the bedroom floor.
Oh.
At least that's all he was doing.
Dirty.
Where's the door?
Where's the door?
It's over there.
Oh, he a big boy.
Where's the drinks
You said
cabinet?
that was.
It's that little triangular one. That's the bookshelf.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you want to check the cans in?
I already did.
Where
Where are you? I like fallen
Is that
chairs.
the-
There.
Is that the bookcase that?
That's the bookcase.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, I suppose I probably.
I
would
maybe
have,
would have
yeah.
been going slightly close towards the bookcase, but
Check out the nerds going to the books.
Where's the steel?
He's on 16 with
Yeah, but is he
this is
on?
Minnie.
Calvin Cameron.
Eskiel, no.
Have you got a mini for him now? Or are we using
I
a
do have
Percy
a
pick?
mini, yeah.
I don't know.
Here he is. He's not.
Is that
He's way more. He's way more chunk than that though. You gotta put him at the door frame.
See,
Well,
fucking
sorry.
right.
He's way more chunk than that in real life.
You jump for it.
Keep me safe.
Daddy a scale.
Wow.
There's only one of them. It can't be that hard, right?
See a silver fox.
Well,
Oh,
Oh no!
I've got one hit before
Oh, sick.
with a hand axe.
So,
One hit.
Fucking shit myself.
that you guys are together, Freya and Moxie. Okay, we are ready to go.
Sorry, I have a really quick housekeeping question.
Yes.
Housekeeping.
My my longsword, did you say that was actually a +1?
Yes.
So I add +1 to my hit and my
And
damage.
Yes.
Oh my god, we're editing this weapon every fucking episode.
So my scimitar.
By episode 10. So my longbow.
Fucking hell.
Turns out
Morning Star.
I've just been a mage the whole time.
Oh man. Right. Okay.
A monk. Don't
Ora,
even have a
roll to hit.
weapon.
14.
Oh god, the light hits.
Oh.
Did my Eldritch Blast go off as well? Or are you going to put that in this round of initiative?
He had a ready action.
Okay.
So
6 points.
nice.
6 points of hand axe to the face.
Very nice. So this thing stands up. The spear, the iron spear, snaps from the back of it. Ting! The moment it hits, Ora instinctively throws the axe. It buries it in its back, and then this thing just stands to its full height. It was obviously a large Salnari before. It's standing about 7 foot tall. It's once wraps that you've seen in lots of buried Salnari people now hang like a heavy cloak. Its head is a skinless skull, half hidden by a tangle of roots that splay out like a huge collar. One of its arms has a large ball of calcified roots that are detached from the rest. It hangs like a flail at the bottom of its
Do you
arm.
want to talk to it?
And it turns, and where are you, Ora?
I'm in the middle.
It runs at you, and it's just gonna fucking swing straight straight at you.
Bring it.
Don't get a go
Swings.
for a really long time.
That's a 20 to hit.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Okay.
Just hits.
You're supposed to say no.
I don't think I can get away with that. Not right now.
Yeah, that was a good roll.
Good.
That's good to know.
Congratulations.
How many hit points do you have?
God, I cannot recognize these dice. There we are. Oof. Okay. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Woof.
Well, would that have...
That would have done.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Swings this massive calcified flail, hits you straight in the side. Yeesh. Okay. Ora, you're up again. You're rebuttal.
2 hands, here comes the longsword.
That's Aura's new catchphrase. No, 2 hands, here comes the longsword.
And he did
That's the
not
one.
hit.
Okay. Hits.
Whoa!
Last hits.
Fucking hell.
This thing's big and lumbering.
It's good to know.
But I bet it's a
Sickly boy.
fucking tank.
Big boy.
There'll be a tank of
Yep.
hit points.
Wait, is that?
No, that's a 1.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Christ.
4 points.
Okay. Instinctively, you bring the sword up and stab it. It doesn't move, but it's thicker. The roots are harder than you expected, and you hit it in the shoulder, and it buries the tip of the sword. You pull it out. Eugene.
So this is really
No, I
scary.
don't have any bonus actions.
I didn't think you did.
No.
Level 1.
Level 1. Level 1.
Right, so this is really, really scary. So he's going to stay with the group, take a little step backwards, and he's going to go into his pouch and grab this sort of green looking, almost like, looks like sherbet basically. He just blows onto it, and he's going to cast Fairy Fire.
Yeah, boy.
So that's a dexterity save and throw.
I was about to make a joke about fairy dust. It looks like fairy fire.
Is it
I think...
is it an area effect?
That's a 6.
I would... Oh, that definitely fails. I would do it sort of there, so it would be
Okay.
just in his back. So you are casting green light, and all attacks have advantage.
Very nice. It turns and actually, it would normally sneeze and just bit of it breathes some of this like sherbet-y kind of material. Just
Oh, it is legit sherbet.
it looks pretty confused. Okay, nice. Anything else?
Yeah, that's. I'm going to say that's my go.
Nice. Yeah, this green hue mixes with the mauve and the light from Aura's sword. Sentinel, you're up.
Bonus action. Hex.
Very nice.
Bitch.
Okay, I
Get
think
hexed.
I've got one of those.
Fucking get hexed. Now, question, Charlie.
Uh-huh.
Do weapon attacks, or like, does attacking count as an ability check?
Yes.
I'm going to give the target disadvantage on strength check.
Very nice.
Thank you.
That is for him. Just hang that on him. Thank you. I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure that attacks are abilities.
It's the ring of shame.
Because if not, then I will probably do something else. Like a different ability, I think.
It's not a strength check.
They're saying it doesn't count, but I kind of disagree.
I mean, wizards say no.
Yeah, but wizards are wrong. Wizards says that tieflings are
No,
red.
it's a good point, because technically attacks, saves, and checks are different groups. So, yeah. I hate to say no because I did say yes, but apparently I'm wrong according to the rules.
It's called homebrewing, Charlie.
I know, but
Do what you want.
Yeah, this is your DM. This is your campaign.
Pesky
Did that break the
rules.
recording? I know it did.
no, we were all still good. We're good. Did you want to change the ability that you're?
Yeah, let's change it to disadvantage on dex.
Okay, nice.
And then I'm gonna rapier it in the left nipple, if I'm calling it. Just kidding.
It's hex concentration.
Yes.
There you go. That's for you.
I'll verify his concentration as well.
Okay.
Put that on
I haven't got
me.
enough.
I'm further away.
You can be prone, Mike.
Yes.
That's racist.
He's always prone.
That's racist.
Cool. So that was advantage on the rapier stab in the nipple.
Nice.
So, well, I hit it at least because it's a 8 on the dice. So,
Very nice.
so that's a D8.
With the rapier.
There's a D8 plus D6. Oh, hello, spicy boys. That's 6. So that's 6.
Is that 6 from the hex?
No, so it's 8 from the, which is, what is that, piercing? No, I don't fucking want that. 8 piercing from the rapier, because I'll split it out so that you know, and then 3 necrotic from the hex. Shut the fuck up.
Very nice.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that hurts. So you stabbed, and then the moment that the blade enters the side, you see some black root juice coming out the wound and out the wraps, and then up the neck you see some veins of a different black that you know is part of the hex doing its work. Okay.
Do you reckon there's a market for a product called root juice?
Probably
exists.
Okay, Eskeels go.
Go on, buddy.
Okay, he stands at the door frame, grips. He's shaking, and he's frozen. Freya, you're up.
Oh.
Can you remind me what was in the room?
Yeah, so you walk in, you've got the ruined furniture behind this creature, and then to the left is a bookshelf, and to the right is a cabinet with some bottles in it, and then ahead is another door.
Okay. Can I mean, we already have very fast, don't really need to blank, but...
Quick one after a turn.
Yeah, sure.
Very quick question.
Yeah, okay.
You're gonna flank.
Yeah.
Double
Can I go around the other
advantage.
Sure.
side? Or maybe just like 2 steps so I'm flanking with them. Or you're not attacking me.
Are you here?
Have to go. Yeah.
Me?
You're not like in melee though.
Yeah.
Are you?
I just meleeed
You should
it.
just stab it.
Yes.
Stabbed
you
it with my
stabbied.
Alright, cool.
rapier.
Well, I'm gonna hit it with my mace.
Nice.
Roll to hit
wait,
with advantage.
Well, we already have advantages.
How long
Can
does
I roll
Fire
3
last?
dice?
A minute.
Oh, that's not good. Well, it's gonna hit, isn't it?
Well.
Bear with me, mate.
No worries.
8 bits.
Yeah. That's the wrong page.
Actions.
Where
Yeah, I'm with it.
Okay. It's gonna be a 13.
Hits.
4 damage.
No worries.
Worth.
Okay, smack straight in the back. It hits, but it's like hitting a wall.
Cool.
Okay.
Did we see a skill frozen? Did we see, like, would we have clocked that?
I would say because you're in combat and you haven't.
Okay.
Moxie and Eugene, depending on your passive perception,
My
you
passive
may have.
perception is very low.
Yeah, I'm like 11.
You
Moxie
probably
doesn't even
clocked
know
that
there's
he's
something
not-
attacking us
So
yet.
with 11, you're aware that he's not fighting. He's standing there, but you haven't seen what's wrong with him.
Okay, that changes things. Never mind.
Okay.
Carry on.
No worries. Anything else for him?
No.
Moxie, you're up.
Apart from like looking all bony and pretty, is how bad is he looking right
Optimistic.
It's hard to tell.
now? Yeah, that's what I thought.
They
He looks
don't-
great.
You know from fighting husks, like the last few days, they don't really show any emotion or any reaction. It's kind of like they're either functioning or they're not. And this thing is functioning.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a fully functional battle stage.
Let's go with the chromatic orb then. So yeah, pull out the diamond, it spins, starts flashing colours. That's a 8 on the die for 14 to hit. Cool. So that is. So it's going to be. No, I didn't do that. So that's going to be. Let's do. Can I do acid damage? Yeah, let's do acid damage.
Sure.
So 3d8 acid damage.
I forgot I deal an extra 2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh yeah, of course you do. Nice.
Fully forgot.
So hex you get plus damage and ability check disadvantage.
Hex is great, but now I can't cast any more spells until I have a
Yeah.
nap.
Warlocks.
I love it.
I mean, it's night time.
And that's
So outside, so-
Have a nice little nap after I
Nap time comes on.
Sleeping you need to be alive for though, right?
eat my
Yeah.
ass.
11,
We say
12,
not to
12,
skill,
12
then.
acid damage.
12 acid damage, very nice. Okay. Yeah, this acid. So does the diamond fire off with it and then it comes back? Or
Yeah,
is
that's
it
it.
nice? So this diamond hits it, acid splashes up over it, you catch the diamond, and the moment you catch it, it's already like just dissolving away the remainder of the flesh on its face. The skull, there's no teeth left, some roots poking through there, sort of shriveling at the acid. That
Are you
hurt.
sure you don't want to talk to it?
Does it have a mouth?
No, it's got it fucking teeth.
It has a mouth.
I did
Not
honestly
like
think it
else.
was going to start talking to us.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's. I'm happy there in the middle of the safe there.
Nice.
I feel safe there.
Okay.
You feel safe next to
You're
a
up.
guy who's not fucking doing
Okay.
nothing.
I don't know.
Can
Well,
I-
know it's great.
Am I far enough? Can I run in?
Yeah, if you go opposite Sentinel, you've all got advantage.
We've all got
with Freya.
advantage.
Nice.
So I'm gonna run in, but like as I'm running, so I've got my sword out. I want to try and like slice through one of his knees,
Okay, you're gonna try
like from the back to the front, to try and get him to go down a bit.
so you're trying to get a different outcome because that's a cooled shot. So you'll have disadvantage. I would then add, numbers to its AC because you're trying to hit a specific point.
What if I run up, stop, and then go?
You could do a shove attack. You can try and shove it onto the floor.
No, I want to try and stab it
Okay,
in the knee.
you can for now. We'll say
Just
you can
sword
either
in the
do an
knee.
attack.
Yeah.
And
I used to be an adventurer.
I tell you what, you can. I'll let you hit the
What if I
knee.
aim hamstring? Cause
Yeah, if you hit the knee, I'm going to add a significant amount to its AC because
Okay.
anything you guys can do, they can do to you. All right.
Okay.
So
You always sing a song.
So I'll add some value to its AC.
You do
if
get
you're trying to
advantage,
hit
though.
I
that.
still get advantage.
Yes, but I'm going to add a certain amount to it if you're trying to hit the knee with the purpose of knocking it over.
Yeah, I would just like to say like from the back to the front because I want his knee to buckle. Basically, I want to do that annoying thing where you like,
Okay, roll
Knock
an
someone's
attack then
back.
With a
advantage.
sword.
yeah, with a sword. That's a natural 20 plus 6.
Yeah.
I'm going to add
I added 6 to his AC.
But I was like, I'll make sure it was a fucking 20.
It was only 14 to be fair.
And that's going to be 12 damage, please, and thank you very
Do we
much.
do
Yes!
Well, you rolled a 6,
You-
so you double the 6 for 12,
You-
but you
yeah,
add
yeah.
stuff. So
Oh,
it's-
yes, sorry.
We're doing max damage. So you max your first dice. Roll again. What did you roll on the dice?
6.
So yeah, you get
8
Uh,
plus 6.
8 plus 6.
14
Yeah.
and then
Plus
the-
6.
plus its modifier.
Plus
8 plus 6 plus 6. So
No. So you
Because
get
you
your
need
max
your
damage
modifier,
possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
max damage possible. You rolled a 6 as well.
and
Yes.
then her
Is it on a
modifier.
D6 or a D8?
on a D8,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I
Right.
thought
So
it
it's a
was a
D8 plus 6 that you rolled plus your modifier.
which is 6.
6.
Your modifier is 6.
Is it actually?
Yeah,
It
that's
actually is.
Oh, because you've got a plus 1 sword.
So I've got
Yeah,
plus
there
1
it
sword,
is.
and just standard it's plus 5 anyway.
Right, so the total damage was 8 plus 6 plus 4, which is 18.
Yes.
Nice.
That's
But still a meaty hit,
Yeah.
yeah.
To the
Okay.
knee as well. That knee is
Yeah. So
Thank God.
you swing, you come in last, you swing.
No, sorry, I swang.
You swang. You hit the back of the knee. You pretty much carve straight through the knee. And this thing onto the side and it hits it down and it's prone. But it is its next go, top of the round.
Are
What
you
type
dueling?
of what type of fighter are you?
For level 1.
No, you're dueling.
Are you a dueling fighter?
I don't know.
Because if you're a dueling fighter, then you do get +2 to damage rolls.
That could be what it is. I don't know what your. It's not my
pass
character.
me a
It's your fighting style.
Does it say dueling fighter?
Where the fuck is this bullshit?
I don't know.
Probably done.
There are quite a lot of doodles on there, by the way.
It's alright.
Features and feats.
Oh yeah, no, dueling +2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you do
Fair
get.
play.
Yay!
Wait, so what is
Never
it? Is it
doubt
plus
D&D
5?
Beyond.
No, it's +6 because you
So
add
it
the
is
plus
plus
1.
6.
It is plus
Fucking
6. Yeah.
overpowered is what you
So
are.
it was 20 damage.
Sorry,
20
D&D Beyond, we never meant to doubt you.
Please sponsor us.
I had to literally rewrite it because I screwed it out so many
Christ,
times.
That's a lot of damage for level 1 at one
Dorian
round.
was. Yeah, Dorian had dueling as well.
I
Damn.
feel like I have power back.
Okay, it's prone.
Which gives it double
And for-
advantage.
For a moment, you think, well, I just fucking killed it by hitting it.
No,
in
I
the knee.
don't.
You are
you
dumb.
might.
You know, but you're dumb though. So yeah, you did.
You're being dumb.
Yeah.
And this glowing body, it stands back up. It's top of the round. And in that moment,
It was nice knowing you guys. It was really nice knowing you.
and in that moment, you see the damage has disturbed something underneath the cloth.
Absolutely
There's wriggling.
not.
There's like something wriggling around, and you see lizards start just pouring out in the hole.
There's a bunch of lizards in a trench coat.
In its coat, from the sleeves, from the collar, and they look slightly warped, slightly infected with the same roots.
Are you coming after us?
And there are 5 of them,
No.
and I'm going to use blues.
Lizard friends.
Are you really going to use your goodness?
I thought you were in them. How many?
5. So they're going to be around it.
This is some
they have
weird
very far
collusion.
as well, right?
Because it's on the area, isn't it?
Can't believe we use.
Isn't it one target, Mike?
No, it's just the area.
It's just it's the area.
It's
Yeah, they are. They're glowing lizards.
Yeah.
Oh, they would have to each roll a dexterity save.
They were clinging onto it. I'm not going to
Okay,
bother
fair
for
enough.
now.
So all
Yeah, they all evade it. They're all like, whoa.
some matrix shit.
And as part of the top of the round, he wouldn't have technically got up yet, so they spring out and they attack.
No.
Sentinel, Ora, Ahmaya,
No thanks.
and is that you, Freya? There,
Yeah.
Yep.
Freya, and then one of them's going to scurry out towards Moxie.
Absolutely not.
Step on it. Step on it as it goes past.
I haven't taken any damage yet.
they're gonna all,
Baby.
I'm not going to use that
I'm
dice.
too frail for this one.
Do you think it's going to be really pathetically weak?
I fucking better have
We just
this.
step on them.
I mean,
How small are these lizards?
I'm just gonna like jump past and be like,
Just jump on the table.
I'm just going to do this twice.
push Eugene in front.
I'm 5 foot away.
that's alright, I should be able to get quite a few
Oh,
of them.
I should probably do them separate, shouldn't I? Okay, Ahmaya,
Yeah, 'cause we've all got
misses.
different
Good.
ACs.
Freya, 14 to hit.
Let me just check. I'm gonna.
Sentinel, 15 to hit.
Oh yeah, that fucking
Is it worth it?
Moxie, 3 to hit.
Oh, it does.
Oh, I missed.
Moxie lives!
I would like to hit you back with something.
Ahmaya's natural 20.
Wait, what? You just said it missed.
You did just
No,
say
it's
you
me.
Who did I
did.
miss off?
Me.
Aura.
Ora's natural 20.
Oh no. Well, I mean, there's worse people.
I
that
would like
could have-
to.
That many might be 1 point
So,
damage.
Yeah.
What?
so my eyes briefly mist over, and like I stamp my foot, and there's like an angry like sparks come off my feet, and you take 2d8 lightning damage.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
This is just gonna go
There's
pop.
going to be blueberry juice everywhere.
gonna die
Is it just one?
What?
Is this just one target?
Yeah, just the one guy.
Okay.
Thank God
When
for
they die,
that,
can I
otherwise
use
that would be bad.
You want an infected lizard?
No, in true
No,
life,
you
can
have
I,
to
can I see the blueberry?
Yeah, sorry, you have to do a dex saving throw. But you take half if you succeed.
15.
Yeah, that does succeed. But you take half, so that is that's six damage.
Okay. Have you ever cast this before?
Nope.
Okay, so instinctively, this static builds up in you. There's a brief moment when you're taken back to your most recent dream. A similar feeling, the static that pulled you in onto the next place, and then you can't even see where the lizard was. It just gets incinerated. It just turns to ash.
Yes.
Okay.
How much damage?
Look at all those antioxidants.
Huh?
How much damage am I taking?
Did you?
Okay, so we'll start with you. That is gonna be 1 piercing damage.
Ow.
And then roll a con save, please.
I feel like this is the D&D equivalent of stubbing your toe on something or like stepping on Lego.
Con save, you say?
Yes.
Oh.
Everyone that's
something poisonous.
got bitten takes 1 point of piercing damage, or it takes 2.
Crit.
How much
Crit.
damage did you do to me?
1.
Crit.
Very nice.
Can't say.
And then roll a con save,
Do you have any
please.
auras here, Steve?
Oh no. That's 1.
Total.
5.
Can my natural 20 help his natural 1?
It's cool.
I've
I've got 1 swing in me. If this thing doesn't hit me.
That's what. Sorry, you failed, right?
Yeah, it's another 1.
Well, that's 1 point of poison damage as well.
Okay. Am I poisoned?
No, you're not. You're fine. Did anyone
Oh,
else
yeah.
get bitten?
No.
No.
Damn, that was unsuccessful. Okay, you rolled a con save. If you got bitten, you got to roll a con
Sorry, I
save.
got distracted.
It's alright.
Oh well, it's gonna be pretty high.
Save.
The DC is 8.
Oh yeah.
19.
Very nice. Okay, so these lizards spring out and they take everyone by surprise. Freya incinerates hers as it grabs on, turns to ash.
Cool.
The one on Ora is grabbing like a fleshy point around your ankle where your arm is not reaching. And then the zombie stands up and it just whirls around and it's just going to take a random swing. So we're going to go with Freya 1, going anti-clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4. And
It's gonna be a 3 or a 4.
4.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh no.
That's a 3.
Yeah.
Of course it is! It's going on our tank!
Oh, sorry.
Just hope it's bad. And I haven't got my shield out.
You lucky bastard. That's a 4.
Oh no.
AC is 16 at the moment.
I was gonna say, if you're there's nothing on there.
I thought it was damage.
If that was damage, that was out.
Yeah, I thought it was damage.
Oh fuck!
So yeah, you take the hit from the lizard and it's around your ankle, so you're like kicking at it, and then you just in time bring up the shield. This flail hits hard, but you glances off the shield. Okay, Ora, you're up.
Fuck it up! Fuck it up!
It roars at you and it smells.
I'm going for the husk.
Of what?
2-hand.
Just death.
Boobs.
Blueberries and
Sweet antioxidants.
Kind of weird.
Roll attack.
2-handed.
Nice. Oh, your shield's not up, is it?
No.
Okay, fine.
That's
Ignore
why
it.
it's a 16. 15.
Hits.
Yes. Smite.
Double smite. 9 points.
Nice.
Goes.
Okay.
Do that damn. Do that damn.
So it stands, the lizards spring out and you swing at this thing really deep into its chest. You're convinced that's a killing blow, and as you pull the sword out, it lumbers, but it's still up.
Rude.
Eugene, you're up.
Oh boy. There's lizards. Lizards are scary. There's a 7-foot monster.
Lizards are real scary.
Just gonna hide.
Freya has super high passive, right?
So hard.
Oh yeah. She's cool.
You notice that Ora doesn't really bleed much, despite the heavy hits.
Oh damn!
Are you one of them?
He's undead. He's undead.
Good to know.
Do you have root juice?
Yes!
He's
Through that flask!
He's 10 lizards in a trench suit.
So, sort of shaking a little bit. You know, he has a deep breath, and he grabs his crossbow.
Yay!
I remembered this time. But his crossbow looks quite weird. It's like clockwork and bright colours. So it's like pinks and greens, and it looks a bit ramshackle. It doesn't quite look like it would work, but hopefully it does. So I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt at the big bad guy.
Roll to hit, please.
Thank God that was advantage. 15
Hits.
plus 1. And that will be 1d8 plus 3.
Nice.
And there's a really weird sort of hissing sound, but high pitched, like really high pitched.
I was gonna try and do it, but I'm not gonna.
You could try.
I'm not gonna.
Don't break them
With the crossbow. With the crossbow, is that?
Yeah, there's like as the not that long. That's just the bolt going through the air.
Nice.
Actually,
Does it say we?
So tempting. Oh, that's an 8. So that's 11 points of damage.
Max damage.
Whistle on it.
Yeah.
Max damage.
I hit the other knee.
Nice.
Probably about my eye line. So he just looks up.
Takes out the crossbow, little shriek, and then a whee! Straight in the other knee, and this thing goes. Just collapses down.
And everything smells of
My
strawberry.
knee's my main
His knee
weakness.
is his weak point.
How many more lizards fall out though?
There are no more lizards that fall out.
Okay.
But it's still sort of twitching a little bit. It's down but twitching. We'll stay in initiative because of the lizards. Anything else, Eugene?
No.
Okay, Sentinel.
How many of them can I get if in a 5-foot radius? Can I get these two?
You can get 2, yeah.
Sick. They need to do a. Oh, is it dead?
The creature appears dead.
Right, this is overkill. The one that went at Moxie, I'm going to bonus action move the hex to the one that went to Moxie.
Nice.
Because I can do that as a bonus action.
I won't bother moving the thing.
No, there's no point. And then they need to both do a Dex save 13.
One succeeds with an 18.
Which one?
Let's go with the one on Moxie.
Fucker. Because I could have done extra damage to that one. So the other one takes...
It wriggles out of the way.
It takes 3... I believe... What? No, fuck off. 3...
What, are you casting a spell?
Yes, force damage. It's sword burst.
Nice. Okay, and the other one?
Doesn't take anything. It's a cantrip.
Oh, okay, sure. So the one next to you just gets pinned down by these spectral swords. Immediately dies.
Stay down.
This one?
Yeah, and then the other one.
I killed it.
You take the next one.
The other one that's on Moxie, the sand.
I'm so sorry, that was juicy as well.
Fuck
So
you.
much root juice.
I am super into this whole using villain, like making food.
So, and the one on Moxie, you see the tendrils of dust and sand just slink away from the big creature and appear wrapping around this other lizard. Esquil.
It's gonna be helpful.
He takes a step forward, shaking on the door. He doesn't do anything.
Can we see it?
I don't know.
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice him not moving?
I mean, you did attack because it's a reaction. I'll say roll. What is he only looking at over in?
I'm just like glancing to see if he's not moving.
Go on then.
No.
No worries.
6.
Yeah, I mean, you look around and you see he's not done anything and he doesn't look great. Freya?
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna stare at where I just incinerated a rat. I'm like, what the fuck? You said the thing was still twitching in front.
Yes.
Is it dead or not? Okay.
You gonna go up to it?
Well, you know how. You know what you're telling me?
Well, no, because I was going to say, because if he was in 5 feet of me, he should have also, and he's not dead, he also should have done a Dex save. And I couldn't have moved the hex.
It is, I mean, for the sake of that rule, it's dead.
Okay, fine.
Well,
but it's twitching.
You know the.
So is it dead?
Was it the spine that we were meant to attack? I would like to go for the spine.
Yeah, okay. So you're going to attack it
Yeah.
without... Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, roll an attack.
Is it still advanced?
Does fairy fire disappear when the creature dies?
Well, no, because it's under area. Because all the lizards have got it.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
it just lasts for a minute. Okay, yeah. Roll with advantage, but because you're going to
Because
go...
it can be on objects as well.
Because you're
I mean, it was
attacking
prone
like,
anyway.
surgically going for it, I'm going to add AC to it because you're trying to hit the spine specifically.
Sure.
You got advantage.
Not bad.
Oh my god, I can never find all the things I need. That is gonna be 18.
Yeah, that hits.
6 damage.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it straight in the spine. You feel the bones crack underneath you, and where its wraps are sort of covering the spine, more of this black ooze just covers the area, still bleeding out. It stops twitching.
Sick.
Nice one.
Okay. Amaya.
Moxie.
Moxie, sorry.
Good reading.
I do need roses.
So I got this lizard on me, haven't I? Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so
You run away.
so I'm going to. I mean, this is a ranged spell attack. So this is
Yes,
would this be a
it's
disadvantage, but it's got fairy fire,
Yeah.
so straight roll.
Straight roll, that's correct.
Sure. So yeah, so I just point my wand at it and then just like shoot off a chill touch at it.
Nice.
It's 8 on the die for 14 to
Hits.
hit. Cool. So that's 1d8 necrotic.
I'm letting you guys roll because it's fun. They have one hit.
Yeah, well, I assume.
That was a big 7.
Nice. So yeah, the chill touch just rips it off your arm, slams it into the
Oh yeah, give me
floor.
that blue.
A bit of the frost, leaving a mark in the dust. Any more? Because I can't see any blue.
Yeah, there's 2.
There's 2 blues.
Right. Okay.
And I need to have one of them.
Am I?
Am I allowed to like jump up and then like go like on both of them?
No, you can't attack both.
That would be incredible.
Okay, I would
You
like.
kick one, but you can't stamp on both of them at the same time.
See how far you can kick it.
Can I like, as I bring one leg back, can I kick one behind me as I then like bring
You
my leg
can't
forward?
attack two. You have one attack.
I would just like to stamp on
Okay,
one.
they have 1 hit point. Roll an acrobatics check.
Is this just because you want another
Do a
blueberry?
flip.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Whichever you prefer.
I'm gonna go athletics for 9.
You do a little spin. You try and hit the one behind you, but you know it's just not going to happen. So roll attack for 1.
Now you're dizzy. You got advantage.
Yeah.
Well, that's better. That's like 13 plus something, whatever it is.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
And then arm strike damage.
Just
Be
full
one
bludgeoning.
punching straight.
Yeah. So you boot it into the wall.
You boot it to Ruby.
You
Oh, that is a good
It doesn't
move.
really have much time to react. There's a faint squeal like a squeaky toy, and then it hits the wall, bounces off. 1 left. Okay. Ora.
Do they not go on its turn?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, attack. Where is it? It's closest to you. So
No, it's not.
It's
Yeah,
next
no.
to
It's the one
me. Or me.
It's kind of in between you.
It's
Oh,
in between
Freya, sorry.
Amaya and
It's
Freya.
Freya's cloak.
Yeah.
It looks.
No, I'm
It
going to
goes to Freya.
incinerate that guy.
It goes to Freya. Yeah. That's a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that's 1 point of piercing damage. Roll on
I
con
would
save,
like
please.
to destroy it.
Con save of.
Yeah, that's not good. It's a 6.
That's 1 point of poison damage.
Ouch.
Okay, I get really mad at that, and I would like you to do a dex save.
Con save arm as well. A 16.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, half damage.
It's what has 1 hit point.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
Over.
Holy shit!
4.
Yeah, it just goes. Okay.
Sarah, you're blue.
And we're up initiative, finally. I should have just done that for the sake of brevity, but hey ho. It's fun killing lizards.
You know
Berries
it.
every week.
Yes, please.
All the villains.
Okay. So, silence fills the room. The corpse of this big thing shifts one last time
I dropped that.
and it is dead. Unmoving. Blood really all the way up the spine, this root juice. What do you guys want to do?
How many chairs are there?
4. I don't know how many I drew, but there are 4.
I'm gonna nudge Ora and kind of nod my head at Eskiel, and I'm gonna go over, pick up 2 chairs and sit them down, like looking at each other. And I'm gonna motion to Eskiel and be like, "You're sitting down." And I'm gonna sit down opposite him.
What?
Sit down.
He looks at the rest of you.
I'm just behind Sentinel. I'm just going to nod at him.
Prod the body with my foot.
Yeah, no.
I want to look at books.
Yeah,
I've lost
Always
interest and gone
books
back
are
to the
fun.
drinks cabinet.
books or body.
I don't want to do this in the
Fix
camp
the body,
with
body
anyone who
of
could
it.
use any of the information that I want you to tell me against you. It can stay in this room, but you haven't been clear with us. You didn't do anything then, and you're not looking well. Here's me, out of the kindness of my heart, thinking, this poor man, he's facing a mutiny, and he's terrified. That's why he's shaking.
All right. He sits down.
Talk.
He pulls out a flask. Swashes it. It's not that full. He opens it and drains it. You can smell strong alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an alcoholic.
It's like
Roll an insight check.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
90.
Okay.
22.
Okay. He is with an 18. You're like, right, this is okay. He said it with ease. He's like, no one's ever asked me before. and you think and he's telling the truth, right?
Ruthie does not think
he's telling the truth. With a 22, you know, okay, you've seen in your past life, you've seen people in interrogation, you've seen good liars in situations like this, and you know that he could be telling the truth, and you know that the best liars will mix truths in order to cover up more lies. So you think he's telling the truth, but you also know he's not telling you the complete truth. Any more questions?
I'm looking up at Ora to be like, you getting the same vibe as me from this one?
And he stands up, he walks over to the cabinet, starts opening it, pulls out a bottle of liquor.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm looking through this stuff.
You can have yourself.
Back?
All I want, and he shakes like a bottle of
I'm going to take it from him.
All right, there's one more. He takes that as well.
I'm going to take that from him.
No, he doesn't let you. He's ready. He moves out of the way. Look, there's not exactly much in the way of booze out here, and I wasn't exactly in the best of shape when I started, so I've been weaning myself off, but I'm starting getting the shakes.
All right, Jack Brownie.
Oh, so the shakes is that's just the shakes is why you didn't want to fight.
Well, it's not just shakes, it makes you feel pretty fucking awful.
Why are you here? Really?
I told you. I was ordered.
What's he got over you? Gaspar?
Has he got your family?
You're not a leader. You wouldn't leave behind a family just for an adventure in this wasteland.
You wouldn't be crying at night.
All right. He takes a seat again. And he looks over at both of you.
I can help you in the morning.
We're
if
not
you're
here.
honest.
Yeah. We're not here. This isn't... I'm angry. Because if you were sick and you didn't tell us, and we could have gotten sick, that's my baby sister over there. And I'd have come for you. I just want to know what we're getting into, because now there's not many of us.
Okay, you two roll persuasion checks. And, yeah, you're rolling together, right?
Yeah.
Actually, whoever said about his family, roll with advantage.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. That's tough.
Actually, you said holding over him as well, so you roll with advantage as well.
That's much better, thank you.
18.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, I'm not here because I want to be here. Shocker. And he looks over at Freya and at Ahmaya.
Ahmaya is not paying attention.
Alright, he looks at Freya.
I don't know. I've got my hand on my bag as well.
He looks at you and he says, seems like you finished the job that I went missing halfway through doing.
Gonna get the book out.
I'm going to hear that and be like, oh yeah, that was us.
Yeah.
I was there, it happened.
I get the book out and I let it fall to the pages that are missing.
Okay. He looks at the book. Yeah. Puzzle pieces.
No, it's a book.
Well played.
I know. Is she... Anyway.
We just...
Yeah.
She's the master.
So,
I hear that, I just go, well, she's not wrong.
fair enough. Yeah. I took those pages. They had the Duke's confession in them. And he found me while I was doing it. And he took me. And yes, he has my family. And you can talk to Clayton. I'm the best tracker that they've ever had. And that's what he wanted me for.
Inside.
Yeah, I won't make you roll again so soon. He's telling the truth now. There's a difference. Whether the booze has stopped him shaking or whether it's because he's finally telling the truth, there's something different about the way he's behaving. He's a little less like bolshy. Yeah, so I was sent to the Duke. I was sent by the Duke, and he has my family. How do you think I got this? And he holds out the compass.
What did the confession say? What she said?
To be honest, right, there are two things. I can tell you the truth, but you're probably not going to believe me, because if I did actually know, I wouldn't tell you, because the Duke has my family. I didn't see. I saw his name, I ripped the pages out. They took me. The rest is history.
Insight.
Yeah, I'm just on that.
I'm checking.
17.
Okay.
Oh, I got plus 10. 10. I got plus 6.
I mean, that's not bad.
It wouldn't be good for any other roll. But I got 10.
Not for a 3 though.
Okay. What was your insight?
10.
10 and 17. Yeah, Ora, I wasn't going to make you roll again. He's
You can keep the other one if you like.
He's being as honest with you as you've ever seen, but he's still holding stuff back. And he looks at you under your sort of glare, and he's like, look, what I did see, fine. Yeah, he's confessed to the priest in Hubris. It's creepy as fuck, temple of... Yeah. Something about him being an absolver. Don't know what the fuck that means. Something about abandoning the gods and that he is now an absolver. That is meaningless, and that is all I know. So if we can, and he stands, we can get over with all of this shit. He takes another swig from the bottle. Oh, fuck me, that's horrible.
It's probably been like
Jeez.
Sentinel has a little laugh at that, in like not a nasty way. It's probably been here a really long time.
Yeah.
Eugene sort of perks up at that. Can I try some?
Help yourself. He hands over.
Give it a bit of a sniff and knock a little bit back.
Okay,
Only a little bit.
You take a sip and you sort of immediately know this was a bad idea, and it reminds you of the smell of like the side of alchemy you didn't like, which was like ammonia and the is that all right? Yeah, and the stuff that you'd use to dissolve things that really didn't want to dissolve, and this is like there's a faint taste of whiskey in the back, but it's horrible. And he's like, put some hairs on your chest. Can I have that back?
Do you think that's a good idea?
Well, yeah, unless you want me shaking again, then yeah.
Sit down.
Roll an intimidation check.
We should have coordinated on the plan because I was about to go softball on him.
You're right.
Good
So did I.
comeback.
We just need to pause and start again in a sec.
Okay. What was that?
I would just mate.
He squares up.
I'm still sitting back in my chair. I'm like, I'm gonna let the boys hatch out on this one.
What now, Ora?
You owe us your life.
Yeah,
You,
I could.
you could be dead back there. You can be dead back there.
Oh, fucking hell.
So I'm gonna look at him.
I didn't even...
I'm gonna look at him.
So this is what
It's not just that. I can help. In the morning. You gotta wait till then. But in the meantime, tell us about Jasper. Everything.
You rolled an 8, right?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Savage.
I've got a glowing sword.
Yeah. That's a good point. He takes a sip. You smell of it. He's quite close to you. A foot maybe. And he says,
Am I just...
This is guidance.
oh. And he says, maybe later then. And he walks towards the door.
And I point up at the skylight. Well, that's our exit.
We need to find stuff now.
Yeah, but if he's trying to leave, that'll be where he wants to get out from.
I'm not leaving. I feel fine now. Sure. Not great, but I'll manage. I'm sorry I didn't help. I'll be honest with you, I thought I was going to collapse. But let's keep moving. I want to keep moving.
I'm gonna go for I think it's the predator handshake where you do one of these.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. He reciprocates.
And I'm gonna kind of lean in and be like, "Are your family in Dustmere?"
Yeah. Okay, guys. What are you doing?
We should just go at this.
Eskiel's moving to the door.
Oh, well, someone should follow him. But
However, we're gonna loot.
You were at the bottle cabinet. I didn't
Yeah.
know you were on investigation check. Did you want to, or are you?
Yeah, I would like to see if there's anything
Okay.
like gross.
Investigation check. Anyone else doing anything before?
I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if we can
yeah, we'll
work
do it
out
together. Hello.
if this guy's the one who left all the stuff on the wall and the rope that was hanging down. Like, how,
Roll a straight-
how does he look older than
This
the
corpse.
Yeah.
Just roll an intelligence check.
Or he's
got
just going to
11
sigh and watch him go.
Okay. So in the you sift through the bottles and you found
baby.
the one that
Super smart.
the bottle that Eskiel first picked up was actually empty. So the one you've got is empty, but you're moving through, you find another bottle of strong alcohol.
I smell it.
Yeah, it smells of it's similar, really strong. Possibly once it was whiskey.
I'm gonna put it back.
Okay. It's a strong alcohol, but yeah, you put it back.
Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what you find. It's just empty bottles and
Yes.
bits of paper, maybe old notes in this glass.
Anything interesting note-wise,
No, it just looks.
recipe-wise?
It just looks like sort of scribblings of maybe wine tastings. It's very old. The paper's sort of fading.
It's just some hipster. He lives in a cave,
takes all the
basically, in a
papers with
dungeon.
you, so
and does
might
wine
find
tasting.
something interesting.
Okay,
later.
just jot down like assorted papers from dining room or dining room papers.
I got a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Looking back at the marks on the door frame and remembering the damage done on the way in, is it possible that the markings on the door frame, you know, it's of a person of a quite height, so it's likely that he came through, yeah, smashed up the door, smashed the corridor, tripped the trap, and then it hit him, but you're just sort of speculating.
Okay.
Anyone else doing anything? You've searched.
But I'll go last.
I would like to roll to sigh.
You sigh.
Eugene, do you want
Big
any
sigh.
root juice?
I'm just going to go have a look at the books at the moment. Moxie, would you like to assist?
Yeah, let's have a look.
The
We're
nerd
gonna
squad.
We're going to go and nerd all over these books.
I mean, I don't know if you can do that on camera.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
No, I saw where he parks. It's not him.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, it just dawned on me because I was like, I actually think he might have a golf. And I was like,
Okay, but
Investigation.
Book squad.
yes, investigation, please. Book squad.
Oh, Bug Squad.
Oh,
It's actually
I mean, it's a bookshelf.
Yeah, 6 for a 12.
I rolled an 8. Where on earth is investigation on here?
There'll be about I.
14.
Okay, yeah. I put the DC at 12. It's a bookshelf.
You got the DC.
You guys look through the books. There's a lot of old notebooks. Some empty, some packed. They're a little worse for wear where the dust has got to it, and it's obviously without sunlight. it's not too bad. But the little bit that's got in has affected the spines that face outwards, so they're very delicate. But Eugene, you find an anthology among a few things. This one sort of strikes your interest. Is an anthology of the travels of the Salnari people and their political dealings with the desert tieflings.
Dang.
So say it again, mate. Sorry, anthology.
So, anthology. Just call it a Salnari anthology.
Cool.
And just flicking through it, if you guys, how long are you guys going to be doing this? If you're going to stay in 10 minutes, I'll give you a bit more detail. Otherwise,
I don't know.
It depends if they were doing this while me and Sentinel were dealing with John.
Yeah, I don't know how much you two like conflict. We're like, conflict to the box!
Yeah, basically.
okay. I mean,
I did go over to try some whiskey and then,
true.
But then walk back.
Okay, yeah. So it's about the political dealings between the Salnari people and the desert tieflings. And Moxie, you find a diary that logs the visits of sand skimmers, and it describes the sailors, the sand sailors, as a singularly good people. It's quite brief. Talks about how there's a lot of mystery surrounding them, speculating about why they truly hide behind their cowls, whether it's because of the sand or something else. And it also talks about how it's thought that some of them are seeking out the Emperor's pilgrimage. Cool.
What kind of books do you like reading, Moxie?
I mean, I was never really much for reading books.
Eugene seems distraught.
To be honest, I mean, diaries are things that people do is interesting, but like actual like reading about stuff that people haven't done is quite boring. So I'm not that much into like medicine and stuff like that.
So you're saying you like non-fiction?
Yeah, non-fictions, yeah. Like good stories, yeah.
I like fairy tales. Fairy tales are my favourite.
What's your favourite one?
Oh, don't.
I can give you one.
Yeah, go on. Can I try to make up one?
Sure.
Well, there was a one about an elf family and an unfortunate adventure in the woods. It was a bit dark, that one, but I think Papa and Mama used to like reading it to us to help us sleep, but we just stayed up and talked about it all night.
Who was that with your brothers or sisters?
He goes a little bit quiet when you mention that and just wanders back off.
Eugene. Ansel, go.
Ansel pads across towards Eugene, sort of spirals around his feet a little bit.
I kick the dino.
I eat the cat.
The cat is dead.
Oh, okay.
I pet it.
Oh, and he purrs.
He
Quite
pets you
nice.
back.
Okay. Meanwhile, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Oh no.
As we watch Eskiel go, I kind of lean into Ora and go, "You're not off the hook for the stunt you pulled last night. I don't mind if you're going to run off somewhere. I don't mind if you're going to do your own thing. The one thing you don't do is use my little sister. If she'd have gotten hurt, I would have placed the entire blame of that on you. You can use me, use anyone else. I'm looking after her since she came out of the fucking womb." Sorry. You do. I don't mind what you do. Just, she stays safe. Alright? Also, I thought your speech was really intimidating, and I thought you did great. Good job.
Eskiel's like,
I thought he walked off.
yeah, he's like wandering near the door.
Forgot you.
We're
just checking for all the shit. Do you want to say anything back, by the way?
She was safe. You were awake. There was 2, 3 of them. I needed more.
Did you get what you needed?
Maybe something.
Then we're
Yes.
cool.
Bits and pieces. I wonder about him though. Anderson looked at Drummond.
What are you wondering?
I want to know about Gaspar. Out of interest, do I know anything about Gaspar from being in Dustmore?
Roll a history check.
And I also have a very specific question that's going to sound weird. Has anyone ever seen him physically in person?
Gaspar?
Yeah.
And you're talking about your recollection of Gaspar? Or are you asking Drummond, or?
No, yeah, this is from my memory. Has
Right,
anyone
okay.
ever...
Roll a history check as well, then.
Thank you.
70.
Okay.
Fucking Jesus. 6.
Okay. Yeah, for you, Sentinel, the name, you recognise it as a duke. He's a duke, maybe, but other than that,
The two fishes.
the first time you heard about him was when you were introduced to the unit. Ora, you know, you've heard the name Gaspar, maybe among some of your more noble clients that sort of frequented the Tooth and Steel, but past the fact that he's a duke of a place called Erevin, what did you roll, sorry?
17.
A 17. Yeah, you remember something about him ascending quite young because of the death in the family. You're not sure if it was his mother or father, but you know that there was a sort of a kerfuffle around it. He's in his 20s, which is very young for a duke. Usually they'll last long into their later years. Yeah, and that's probably all you know really about
I'll
Duke.
relay that to Sentinel.
You guys will also know that in the Isildian structure, those of you who are from Isildia, the Duke isn't by any means very high up in the order of the Empire. They're high up in the food chain for the majority of people, but the people who sit around, say, the crown table, they're the archdukes who sit around there, and he's not one of those.
Yeah,
He just owns some land.
Yeah. Nod in John's direction again. He knows more. Or Gaspar knows more. Why send us here is supposed to have been picked clean decades ago.
I'm seeing an awful lot of similarities between that story that Morag told us and what we're doing.
What if Gaspar knew something was out here? Did he tell Drummond exactly where to go? Or did he leave the veil? Go this direction, see what you find.
I
With
don't
Drummond-
think Drummond's important enough. I'm saying this quietly so Drummond doesn't hear. I think he is I don't think Drummond's supposed to come out of this alive. If he got
Why?
caught doing something, I don't think he was supposed to come out. I don't think any of us are supposed to come out of this properly alive, and I think that's the point. I think Drummond's a pawn, and, you know, he's a prisoner same as us. Why else they got his family?
I'd say with that he starts turning the door handle, just gently.
Is he listening to the conversation?
No, he's at the door that you didn't come into, so he's just listening, and I could say you guys have gone to the other side of the room or something, and he turns the door, makes a slight squeaking sound. No. Sorry.
You boy.
It's locked.
We don't know.
What?
Sorry, I didn't realise you were still talking.
What What are you saying, Trevor? We're having a chat.
We don't know who Gaspar is. We don't know who Drummond is, who he is in this. We don't know. And then Ora just goes quiet, and you see sort of the colour drain a little bit. Have you got that idol?
Yeah, probably. Pack. Idol.
Okay, pick it up. There were 10 of them. Don't know who they are.
They're not ours.
Freya doesn't know who they are. Cleric, useless, doesn't know who they are.
I did say though when you checked them out that they were a bit eroded, didn't I? And that they sort of, you may have, but they were sort of a bit amorphous at this point.
I wonder. Yeah, but Eugene. Eugene, you got that idol?
Oh yeah, here you go.
Thanks. Then is there there's the table there, isn't there?
It's on its side.
I'll turn it the right way up.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna put both the idols on the table, and then I'm gonna grab my bag and start rummaging through, pulling things out, and you see various bits and pieces, just Russians, a couple of sheets of paper, and just other various bits, sort of cloth and that, and pull out the box of the compass. We don't know who they are. What if you're not meant to know who they are? I'm going to put the compass down on the table and I'll just put hands either side of it. And I'm going to cast locate object.
And what are you trying to find?
An idol of an unworshipped god.
You saucy little bitch.
So locate object is a specific object though, right? Like something you're familiar with, or I think it has to be something that you are familiar with, like a specific object. You can't just say statues of this kind of thing. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that it is just specific things you're familiar with. So if someone had taken your statue, for example, I don't want you to waste it, basically.
Check that wording. Check that
An
loophole.
object that is familiar to you.
Bastard!
Yeah,
Nice try.
With
you would know that.
With them both sitting there, can I have another look to see if I can decipher who they are?
The Salnari people?
No,
yeah, sure, go for it. Roll and invest.
Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as some kind of material, jewellery, furniture, tool, or weapon.
Okay.
But
I didn't know that was on there.
That's,
Or you
that's
could
the
look
next,
for
the
a
next paragraph.
statue
Oh, okay,
or
nice.
an idol.
Brilliant.
Well, you could
That's
say you were
saying-
looking for a diamond necklace.
I don't know how specific you can get with that.
What specifically do you want to look for? I'll come back to you in a minute, Freya.
An idol of an unworshipped god.
Okay. Give me a moment.
Anything within 1,000 feet. Potentially the ones that are 6 inches away from the compass.
Oh, come on.
I see. So you're not. I didn't realise that you were looking for those, or I thought you were something like these, but you're just
No.
anything in around 1,000 feet.
Yes,
what we're trying to
any
do-
idol
Okay,
of an
yeah.
unworshipped god
Yeah, yeah.
within 1,000 feet.
Yeah. And how many do you have on you guys?
Two.
2.
Okay. And what happens when you identify an object? You get a feeling of their presence, or do you see
You
it?
know,
You sense the direction of the object's location. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you.
Okay.
so however
You
the
know where
compass
it-
might display that.
Okay, sure. So you place the compass down with these two sort of amorphous statues that you found in the first tomb. Mm-hmm. And it pulses for a moment. And a line springs out, searching and coiling around the compass. And then another one does the same, and they start spiraling around on the wood of the table. And then they shoot to the base of the two statues and start circling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you know that they are.
My boy!
They're the unworshipped gods.
That'll explain why no one knew what they were.
Eskiel was like, are we going through this fucking door?
Can you give us a fucking
Sit
minute?
down.
Do you still want to investigate them?
There's no point now. But can I
I'm
roll?
gonna go over to the door and like inspect the lock and like try and kick the door over.
Kick
Are
that.
you going to try and kick it down?
Like I'm gonna
He
like.
said it's locked, so you heard him say it's locked.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try and like kick it, but I don't have much hope it's actually gonna kick the door down because.
Okay, roll an attack.
Can I? Now that he's said that, though, can I think about what I know about the unworship gods?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roll a history check. Religion check. Sorry.
Is this
I'd
another-
probably look at Freya and just ask if she knows anything.
I mean,
Yeah. Fair enough.
Would this be like an unarmed strike? Or
You're
just
kicking
like
it,
a
yeah.
straight kick?
No, you're armed straight. Yeah.
Oh, that's a 20 then.
Okay. You hit. Roll damage.
Or it's just 4 bludgeoning.
Okay. You. Okay, so these guys are having a religious epiphany, and then from that, Eskiel takes a step back, and Ahmaya just lifts her leg and goes, kicks the door.
Who needs robes?
Like it
We
goes.
just look at each other and it's like,
It's made of wood. It's like
We just hear the noise and everyone just goes, "That's Ahmaya."
There's a splitting of wood, and you see around where the lock piece is inside the door. It just shatters inward. It's pretty fucked. It's still closed, but it wouldn't take much more.
Well, I'll just give it a little shove with my arm then.
Another attack. Okay, roll another attack. And you are asking for a religion check. What did you roll?
I got 16.
Okay.
That's enough, right?
So you would know about the unworshipped. I mean, even without rolling, you know that they were always believed as the originators of the world and beyond. Sort of, they were the originators of everything. And they're silent and unreachable, and therefore unworshipped. And even to the extent of to pray to them is not only pointless, but it's seen among the choruses as a sin. It's very much we above our pay grade, if you will. It's sort of seen as a very what's the word I'm looking for?
Frowned upon?
It's frowned upon, but it's like a thing that you think very highly of yourself in a sinful way. And the Apatheos teaches that we're not worthy of their attention, and that's why they haven't been here for thousands of years. The gods that we worship are the shining servants, which are the lesser gods. You know that there's a lot of unknown about the unworshipped because it's almost sort of brushed away in the choruses. You would know about what I just said, and that's it. They wouldn't talk about them. They focus on the shining servants, and in your case it would have been Juness, where you were studying and you know everything about Juness, but nothing about the unworshipped. You would know, however, that there are 10 of them. And what did you roll?
16.
You did roll pretty well. I wonder if I've got anything else that I can say.
Got any more questions? I'll see if they're in my bank.
I would say the last thing that you know is that it was thought that the Great Unbinding was the thing that made them leave this crisis in the past. And that was it. That's all I'll give you.
I relay most of that.
What don't you relay?
No, I relay all of that. 16.
more.
You hit, roll
in
damage.
a less logical.
Oh, it's just 4.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, and with that, you finish relaying some of this information to Ora, and then the
We're
door
in.
swings open.
So we're still stealthing, yeah?
Yeah.
And then stealthily walk through the door.
Yeah, there's a mauve light shines through. I think Aura's light's faded now, is it? Is it? Oh, no, it's an hour
No.
actually. No, it's still up.
I can just do it.
Yeah, mauve light shines through again. You can see you probably see a bed through there. So that's
Should we
about
look through the body? It was covered in cloths, right?
Mhm.
Right before we leave, can I use my mace to
I'm just going to look at Sentinel and
have a
carry on
quick look.
talking, just ignoring what's going on over there.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Chat. We love to chat.
17.
It's mangled fuck. It's
Cool.
fully mutated, and you find a lizard in there that has been caught up in the roots. It is infected itself, and that's what we find. Yes.
I was reading my notes earlier because I kept notes. How do these lizards compare to the lizard shapes around the troughs that were in the main room? I found a thing that said lizard shapes, and I was like, "Oh, connections!"
I mean, they could be the same.
Okay.
These are like your sort of
lizard.
Holy lizards!
Holy lizard,
I mean, the Salnari people were gecko people.
They were.
Yeah, could be.
I think you found a few bodies where not many of them are intact, but it's clear that they're not. Don't worry about it. They're like sort of partially. They're like gecko people.
Gecko adorable.
I love them.
Isn't
Okay.
Normally they would stop killing us.
isn't there like that Geico gecko lizard advert in America?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we need those in the campaign.
We should
With
leave
little
this
tiny
room.
daggers.
You guys have been in this room for an hour and a half. A long time, anyway.
So we've had a short rest.
Gone
It's time.
2 rooms.
An hour.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Right, let's go through that battered door.
Wait, Steve.
Whoa.
Tora wasn't done.
Talk and walk.
Yeah, you guys can talk and walk.
Real
More
stealthy.
talked about the unworshipped.
Yeah.
The last time they were here, the Graven Crisis. That room we found the idols in was sealed behind the glass.
Is that old? Might explain why it's so eroded.
But
How long ago
if-
was the
if-
Graven Crisis?
Roll a history check.
Stop it.
yeah, I'm
Roll a history check.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was sweet 9.
Okay.
I know my history.
You're not sure. You know, looking back.
Was
through
it a
history,
long old time
it was
ago?
a long time ago.
I don't care about the specific.
Thousands
it was
of
a long.
years.
Yeah, right. Okay, dope. That's all I needed to know.
the unworshipped came and they stopped whatever was going on with the Graven. They had this intervention. They didn't just walk up to them and tell them to
They
stop
didn't
what they
have
were doing.
like a. We're worried about you because your alcoholism is. Sorry.
He's gone into the next one.
They would have come here and they would have eviscerated them.
Yeah.
Anything to do with them. They would have burnt it all. And when you eat sap and turns to glass. And the glass we've seen, the aurora in it, the pastel bands in the sand.
Does science still work that way?
I mean, I don't know what you're asking me.
Does
If you melt sand, does it turn to glass? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Does physics work?
It does. It's their new physics.
There's actually no gravity.
I've gone.
It's time to geologize.
Maya's in the next room. Okay, yeah. So you got in the next room.
I'll go in the next room, but
Okay.
quietly.
Are you guys stealthy?
We're just following.
I would say that there is no. I mean, you can roll stealth if you want, but you kicked the door down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to Amaya, she's still going to go into the room stealthily.
Okay. Roll
Bang,
roll
bang
stealth
into
with
the room.
disadvantage.
That's a 19.
Stealth in
Two.
a regular way.
So yeah, everyone can roll with disadvantage because it's not Amaya kicked the door down.
Natural 1. 4.
Okay.
I'm just talking.
10.
11.
Yeah, 5. No, 6.
8.
Okay. As you guys walk in,
Bang into the room.
it appears to be someone's chambers. There's light shining from a smaller sand-littered skylight, sort of setting aglow the layer of dust that covers everything. it's late now, and actually I'm going to get everyone to roll a Constitution save
Oh, no.
because you guys came into the Nunlakium like pretty late in the day.
Come on, big money.
23.
DC 10.
Oh, thank God.
Filthy 20.
You're exhausted if you roll lower than a 10.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
That's a 1.
18.
Very nice. 1 level of exhaustion. So you have disadvantage on your ability checks, attacks.
Where does it go?
Conditions.
Conditions.
And
13.
yeah, as you walk in, you see a writing desk. You see, finally, for the first time, the well-preserved remains of a Salnari person. They sit next to the bed. There is a large, above the sort of writing desk, there's a large picture frame above it. It's empty, the painting's gone. There is a cupboard set into the wall and a panel of runic circles and copper piping on the other side of the wall. And yeah, sat by the bed, on the floor, next to a colourful patterned blanket, is a humanoid. Well-preserved body of a Salnari person. Yeah.
Does it look like it's been looted if the picture's gone, or does it just look like it was gone?
It looks like someone's room, not disturbed, covered in dust. Everything is covered in dust.
The body's not, cursed with the root thing.
Are you going up to the check?
But it does come with frozen yogurt.
From the distance, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
I'll give you
Are
that.
there any traps?
Roll an investigation check. What's everyone else doing?
I'll help Freya with so you can roll with advantage.
Straight, because
You might crit there.
exhaustion.
Yes, you get a disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
So take your first roll.
What was
Also,
it?
first
That's
roll.
On the first roll?
Yes.
Well, I mean, that was one.
Just very lucky.
Was it what was it?
Investigation.
21.
Nice. And you're investigating him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he resembles a gecko. He has a large, sort of protruding eyebrows, short nose. His skin, although dry, is sort of somewhere between scale and skin. On the side of his robe is stained in long, dried blood. It's black and completely dried out. In one hand is a hand that's covered in dried white paint, with a paintbrush down on his side. And then on the other side of him is a closed book. His hand is on the book, and there is a quill and ink pot as well next to that.
Can I super carefully move his hand to his chest in a really respectful way and take the book?
He's a little bit crispy. Yeah. He sort of. There's a little bit snaps, but you gently, with care, you put it on.
I apologise.
Yeah, and you put his hand there. That was the hand covering the book. Yeah. The book stays down on the floor.
What did
You roll? Did you roll for investigation?
21.
You also find on him a key at his belt.
Can I take the key and open the book?
You may.
Look inside the book.
You absolutely may. This is a diary. And it is the diary of a man called Aranar. And it is quite lengthy. But
What's the last bit?
the last?
Is it? Are you going to do the good old? I think I'm going to die. ...
They're coming. Run.
Coming.
Drums.
And trails
They're in the
off.
castle of. I can give you the last page.
Yeah.
For the rest, you'd need to give it sort of 10 minutes.
Sure.
But the last page is very hastily written. Okay, this is written in Old Common.
Turns out the zebra did it.
So I can read this in the Old Shakespeare Common. Or
Yes, do it.
Yeah, obviously.
yes,
Sure.
yes,
And do
Yes.
his voice as
I
well.
don't know.
His voice, like it's echoing through your mind.
Yep.
I don't know what his voice
Alright,
is.
everyone, seance.
Right. It says, I'm sorry. I was foolish. The corruption in mine dear prophet's heart cannot be cleansed. I hath spent mine own life attempting so. He has suppressed with all his might, and tells me it smokes like an ember one has to quench it back to coal. But the damage has been done. The scars remaineth and left him weak. I regretteth that I cannot go to him once more. I was foolish. In my lastest run, I believe I cleared much of the remaining gnarled husks from the stone forest, so they shall not roam to civilization. Mine only desire is the corruption dies along with my dear prophet. I hope thou art not far behind me, old friend. To those who readeth this, I hope thee traversed through this place unharmed. I could not incinerate the last of husks I did trap. I have not the strength for the sigilling machine, but I believe that the way sealed, the husks shall not escape. By thy time of reading, I imagine the corruption has been long dead, in my prophet, along with him. I askest thee 2 things. Halt the corruption spread. As of writing, it cannot moveth beyond those already doomed. But this old Eurekos magic is not of this time. Lastly, I ask you to spread word of our sacrifice. And should thee visit mine prophet's tomb, of course thee may take our knowledge, our treasure, we has nae use for it. But prithee, please offer him my undying love. Aranar. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.